All right, so we're finally, after how long we've been in school now? What was the first day of school? The 3rd or 4th or something like that? I don't know. Today's the 12th, so yeah, probably not even a full 2 weeks yet, has it been? Yep. So anyway, we're actually going to solve for x. Thank goodness. Isn't that your favorite thing to do in math? Solving for x. I always like to know what x is equal to, don't you? All right, let's just start with examples. There's nothing really like to teach before we do it. Let's just do some examples. All right, and you probably know this already. So example 1, every one of these says to solve. All right, and there's only one variable in each of these problems, so you solve for whatever variable that they give you. I think they use x every time. No, they don't. All right, here we go. You ready? This should be really easy. I bet you everybody could do these without me even showing you. It's my guess. Well, let's see if you can do that. Go ahead. I'll give you a minute. Ready? Go. 30 seconds. I lied. Give you 30 seconds. Solve for x. So 5x plus 12 equals negative 18. Solve for x. You can almost do it in your head. But I'll give you 10 more seconds. Five more seconds. Nah, Max already told me. Tell us, Max. Negative 6. Did you get negative 6? Good. All right, so what do? We're trying to solve for x, so we get rid of what's being added or subtracted first. That's the first thing we do in this situation anyway. So we get rid of the plus 12. How do we get rid of a positive 12 or a 12 that's being added? Right, you do the opposite, which is subtraction. So you subtract a 12 here, subtract a 12 here. All right. Those add up to 0 when we add up all our columns. Bring that down. That's a 5x. And that equals negative 30. Simone? Like this right here? No, just solve. For the quiz? You already took the quiz. For the next one? I don't know. I have to see what... I don't know. What was this up to? 1, 2? 1, 1, and 2, or 1, 3? Yeah, so the next quiz will start here. So really, this will be the first thing that you'll see on the next quiz. No, you just be able to solve for x. Just be able to solve. Okay? All right, one more thing. 5 times x, so it's being multiplied. How do you get rid of it? You divide, right? Cancels out. Now, when I say cancels out, let me be clear about this. These right here, we say cancel out, but what do? Plus 12 minus 12. They add up to 0, exactly right. And then 5x plus 0 is just 5x. Why do these cancel out? 5 over 5. What do? They're divided by, or they divide in and make a what when they divide each other? A 1. And 1 times x is x. So they both cancel out, but they cancel out for 2 completely different reasons. Do you see that? And I'm fine with you saying cancel out, right? I'm okay with that. But I want you to make sure that you understand why they cancel out, okay? 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 times x is x. That's why we get rid of it. And then x is negative 6. Baby stuff now, right? Yes? Yes. I hope. All right. Let's do another one. This one's a little bit more involved. Example 2. And it says solve. I'm not going to write solve on there, but you know what to do. So it's negative 3, parentheses, x plus 2 equals 4, parentheses, x plus 18 minus 1. Go ahead and do that. I'll give you a full minute on this one. And I doubt you can do this one in your head. If you can, congratulations. But I can't. I'd have to write it down. So write down your steps. Do a little distributive property first, right? Wow, very quick. Oh, I forgot to look at my clock. All right. So distribute, add like terms, Then you got to get x on the same side, right? And then you get all the stuff, get rid of all the stuff with the x. So there's several more steps on this problem than there was that first one. Wait till we get to the next one. All right, that's probably close to a minute, isn't it? Yep, let's do it. So we take that -3 and we distribute it. So bang, bang right there. So -3x minus 6 equals, distribute the 4 through this. What's that? 4x, 72, is that right? Plus 72 minus 1. I'll tell you what, let's just do this. 72 minus 1, is 71, right? I'll just do it like that, so I don't have to write everything down again. You got a couple options here. You want to get x on the same side, all right? So we added our like terms, just those two right here. And then we've got to get x on the same side. A lot of people always put x on the left-hand side. To me, I think it's a little easier if I move the thing that's negative, put it on the other side, make it positive. It just makes it a little easier for me to look at it. I don't have to deal with it negative. So how are you going to do that? You're going to add a 3x to this side, and you're going to add a 3x to this side. Some people don't like the x on the right-hand side because when you're first taught this, you usually put it on the left-hand side, but I think that's good to do it this way. All right? So I got the x's, so that cancels. The x is on the right-hand side. Let's get rid of the 71. So we subtract 71. We subtract 71. This is what? -77. This is 7x. Divide by 7. And x is -11. Max did that problem in probably 10, 15 seconds, I think. Probably faster than I could have. Does that make sense? Is it coming back to you? Yeah, this is basic stuff, isn't it? That's why I'm not like sitting on it for a long time explaining every little, well, I kind of did, but I could take a lot longer, but I'm not going to. Now this one, we'll work on this one together, okay? I'm not going to have you do it. Now, it sounds like I'm making a big deal about it. It's really not that big of a deal, but in my experience, students don't usually like this. All right, there you go. Now, automatically, that doesn't look near as nice as the other two that we did. Would you agree? Yeah, I agree. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get x by itself. Before we do that, what do you know? Looking at this, what don't you like about this? And don't say it's a math problem, it's algebra. Don't say that. Specifically, what don't you like about this particular problem? The fractions, obviously, okay? Hardly anybody loves to do fractions, all right? And I agree with you. I'm on your side with that, okay? I would rather not do fractions, okay? Oh, you got it already? He's just giving me symbols for this answer. You got it already. Did you do it in your head or did you write it down? You wrote it down? Okay. At least he didn't do it in his head, because then I'll just hand this to him, let him teach the rest of the year. So anyway, we want to get rid of the denominators. Okay, I don't want fractions. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the denominators. And we do that, I'm going to use different colors just to help you out. We do that by finding a common denominator. We're not really going to like add fractions. We're actually going to get rid of the denominator so we don't have to add any fractions together. So I got 4, 3, and 12. What's the smallest number that those three numbers, 4, 3, and 6, divide into evenly? Did I say it? I didn't. Did I say 12? Daggone it. Okay, I was thinking of what it was. 4, 3, and 6. All right, so yes, it is 12. All right, gave it away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply everything by 12. Since 4, 3, and 6 all divide into 12, what's going to happen with that 4, 3, and 6? They're all going to what? Cancel out, right? That's the whole reason we're doing that, right? And I multiply this by 12. Does that make sense? All right, so I find a common denominator, the least common multiple is what they call it. All right, and I multiply everything by that number. Why? Because I want the 4 to cancel out, I want the 3 to cancel out, I want the 6 to cancel out. All right, and that's what's going to happen right now. Since I'm multiplying this by 12, look, 4 divides into 12 how many times? 3. 3 divides into 12 how many times? 4. And 6 divides into 12 twice. Let's clean this up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. Now, at this point, some of you might be able to just go ahead and do this in your head. That's fine, but I'm going to clean it up. This is going to be a 3x. This is going to be a plus 4 times x minus 1 equals 2 times x plus 3. Now it looks very similar to the last problem we just did, doesn't it? Yeah? What do you think? I got a lot of blank stares. I don't know. I don't have any nods. Sometimes I get nods when people are like, yeah, I get it. But a lot of people are just kind of staring at me with this dead stare. So that scares me a little bit. All right, so hopefully you saw what was going on here. Okay, we just took the least common multiple, common denominator, multiplied everything by that. The denominators canceled out, and bang, we're left with this. All right, now let's do some distributive property. So it's 3x plus, distribute that. That's 4x minus 4. That's 2x plus 6. Add any like terms. You got like terms right here. So that's a 7x. You could do a couple things in that step right there, but I'm just going to go step by step. Just show you every little thing, just in case you need to follow along. So let's get the x's on the same side. So what I would do is take the smaller one, put it over here with the bigger one, because that'll make that positive. If I took this over here, then I'd get a negative 5x. Okay, I would rather do that. So minus 2x in the same step, right? I don't have to bring everything down, but in the same step, let's get rid of that minus 4. So I add a 4. All right, those canceled out, those cancel out. 7x minus 2x, 5x equals 10. Divide both sides by 5. You can do that in your head. 5 is 2. And there it is. What do you think? That's a good place to stop. What do you think? We got a couple more examples. A little bit more involved in this. It's not just a bunch of letters in one variable. We got several different variables, and we're solving for only one of the variables. All right, so that'll be tomorrow. And so no homework officially, but I'm going to give you 1 to 39 odds eventually tomorrow. You don't have to do this tonight, but just in case you wanted to get started, if you wanted to do a handful of these or all of them if you want. Now, there might be some that we didn't cover yet. You might want to wait till tomorrow, but that's section 1-4, okay? Again, I'm going to officially assign it tomorrow, but if you want to get started on it, there it is. That's it.